You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.
They are stupid, all right. Every day they become more and more stupid.
Or some people become smarter and smarter.
Yes, okay. You got it. Happy Easter to everybody listening. And
well, to everyone who celebrates. A lot of people don't celebrate.
You're correct.
But I would imagine most of our listeners celebrate Easter.
And have a great, hope you had a great Easter. That's all I'm saying. If you celebrate it, hope you had a great Easter. If you don't celebrate, hope you had a good weekend.
Yeah, Sunday night.
I know, and I got work to do. It's all right. It is what it is.
Got work to do on the podcast and on Justice League and in your life.
Yeah. Busy night.
Multiple works.
Busy night tonight. Busy week this week, actually. And how you
this
feeling?
Week or weekend?
This week.
I'm hearing like a weird sound from it. I don't know why. Sorry. Oh, I just broke the mic. Great. Ooh. That's a cool sound. I don't know what I did. Okay, there you go. I was hearing like a hissing, but maybe it's just in my headphones. Yeah.
All right, we're good.
You don't hear a hissing? Maybe it's my headphones. I might have to get new headphones. I don't know. But all right.
Maybe it's your head because you have a cold.
Maybe it is my head. I don't know. I might have COVID. Not a cold.
Okay.
I have no idea what I have. I just don't feel well. So apologies in advance to the
okay,
listeners.
You'll be okay.
Oh, no, of course I'll be okay. I'm just...
We've got your back.
I can power through it.
Yes.
But I'm a professional here, all right? But if I sound like nasally, it's because
if he sounds like me, it's because he has a cold.
If I sound like you?
Nasally?
You're nasally normally?
No, I'm just teasing.
My head feels like there's a balloon inside of it, so I might sound weird.
Okay.
All right, so what's up?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
Nothing.
What do you want to talk about today, Bronny?
Nothing.
That's not true. Are you trying to play psychology?
No. I have a few things. I'm just trying to be casual. I'm just trying to ease into it. I'm not going to start right away and be like, oh, here's what's going on in the world. Here's why it sucks.
Wow, that's a little violent.
No, I'm just trying to, trying to ease into it.
Dude,
how was your weekend?
Peace,
what did you do today?
I got up and I ran. I did a run, which is good. Went to lunch with you, Mom, and Bubby.
Classic.
Okay. Came home. We did the Patreon podcast, which was fun.
It's been a day of podcasting.
Went to my buddy's house, new house. I did his closing. He had about 4 or 5 couples over for a barbecue. That was really fun for the past 3 hours. Came back, walked Banks for 2 miles along A1A. Came home and sit in the chair and now doing our podcast.
Real play-by-play.
Well, that's what I did. So It was a good, fulfilled day. And then after this, I'm going to watch you and I are going to watch half an hour, the ending of Justice League. I have to.
We're going to finish it out. So it's a 4-hour movie. We've watched 3.5 hours.
Good movie.
We've watched it over like 4 sittings, which is so annoying. And now it's finally starting to get really. It was
a little slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first 3 hours are okay. Now it's like, oh fuck, this is good. And Dad's like, I have to go. We can't finish
last night. What did I do last night? Oh, we went to the resort.
It's just it's like, all right, when it's finally getting good, we kill the momentum.
Mom was getting mad. I had to go.
Part of me was just going to finish it and then rewatch it with you, but I didn't.
Okay, you could have. I wouldn't because I would have watched it last night, and when I got home, you weren't home yet. I could have put it on HBO Max and watched it.
Right, but it's not just an aspect of like we were watching it together, so I wouldn't do that.
Correct. That's why I said right. That's why I didn't watch it.
We also have to go see Godzilla vs. Kong.
When are we doing that?
I don't want to watch it at home.
I get it.
I need to go to a theater.
I
haven't seen a movie in a theater in a year. Such a movie theater movie.
I will 100% do that.
But we're never going to.
No, here's the problem.
We're never going to have time.
You work till 10:15 every night during the week.
Well, you'd go during a weeknight anyways?
No, just hear me out. Like, we have plans this week. This is a tough week, but you work every night till 10:15. Then Saturday and Sundays, we're so fucking busy with the podcast.
I know. It sucks.
It's like we literally.
It doesn't suck. No. It sucks that there's like not more time.
It should be like if it was a 40-hour day on a Saturday, it'd be great.
Yeah.
So we get up, I work out in the morning, then we go for breakfast. Then
we work out in the morning if I wasn't out the night before. Excuse you.
Right. Then we have to fucking go do the podcast. So what I'm saying,
we usually do one episode on Saturday, one episode on Sunday. Today we did both on Sunday.
It's a lot.
Currently doing it.
It's a lot. And then we're going live tonight.
We are going live, which we usually do Sundays.
So it's like 4 hours of podcasting today.
But you only do 4 hours a week of podcasting. I do 40 hours a week of podcast.
Yeah.
Not actually 40, but I do 25, 30 hours a week devoted to the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I love doing it, but it's like I just wish the working on LA time is
hard.
great, but it's hard because that means I have no social life.
Wait, if you finish at 7, we could do it from 8 to 9 during the week.
Right. Like I have no social life during the week because I work so late, but I have my mornings off, which I love. But then that only gives me one night to go out and do things like with my friends and socially.
Unless you went out Friday night at 10, you could do that.
Which I do, but it's still not the same.
It's a lot.
10:30 to 2
It's a lot.
is not as enjoyable as 8 to 1. You know?
I agree. I get it.
So it's just like I only have Saturdays to do shit now. And then it's also hard. This is so first world problems and so privileged of me, but it's also hard because there's like so many things that I want to do that I have to pick and choose. It's like, do I want to hang out with these friends? Do I want to hang out with that person? Do I want to go on a date with that person? Or do I want to go on a date with that person? Or do I, like, it's hard. I have to choose what I want to do.
It's working till 10:15 every night. It's not easy.
Because I only have one day to do things.
Saturday and Sunday.
I have one night to do things.
Right, but you can also see a girl during the day on a weekend.
Yeah, but I'm not like going to go out to a bar with my friends on a Saturday at noon.
No, but you know Saturday night you're always going to do your thing. You're doing something.
Yeah, last night I didn't. Well, I went for a casual drink.
Where'd you go last night again?
O'Brien's.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The night before you did the concert in the Wharf.
Concert and the Wharf, right.
How was
both
O'Brien's
those.
last night?
Good.
Packed?
It's a good spot.
It's
Local.
packed, right?
Yeah, I love local like bar.
And you can
feels.
walk there.
Yeah, I didn't.
You
but
Ubered.
I could. No, I drove. I just didn't drink. I drove.
But it's literally a mile.
Yes. Which I love. Like, I love that feeling that I feel like I'm like a Brit and it's like, oh yeah, my local pub. That's what I feel like.
Okay, but you have to do an accent.
I can't put on a British accent. Going down to the local pub. That was Irish.
That was
Or
Irish.
Scottish.
Yeah, Scottish.
Scottish. It's O'Brien's. That's the name of it. That's Irish, I think. That was the best part of, not the best part, but one of the best parts about living in Australia was there was a pub right around the corner of our apartment building. So like every night after work, we would just be like, what should we do? Oh, let's go to, oh my God, what was it called?
Down Under?
I forget I can't believe Lord Kensington.
Bloomin' Onion?
No. And so
Outback.
we would just go right down to the pub and like the bartenders knew us and we just had our table in the back and it was like, it felt so good to just have, I mean, I guess that's what the standard here is for me.
Right.
The standard's like my local bar and I know all the people who were there and they know me, but.
So real briefly, so this is for the non-Patreon followers. We had last weekend our top level paying Patreon members on a Zoom call, a Zoom meeting. We had a decent amount of people. We were probably live with them for 2.5 hours?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. They got to know us. We got to know them. Great people. Really, really quality people. We loved it. We enjoyed it. We talked about some podcast stuff. We talked about some personal stuff. We talked about families, where we're all from. And it was a great group. And I got to tell you, we're doing that once a month, and it was really enjoyable. So those of you who want to take part, as Bron says, partake in that with regards to...
Either works.
Yes, it does.
Either works
yes,
as well.
It does. Yes, it's a plethora of information or a lot. What happens is we can go ahead and if you become that Patreon member, level and member, then we'll have that with you guys. So appreciate all the support to everybody who...
There's a lot of news going on with Patreon over the last couple of weeks.
Like what?
They've been removing people from the platform for things that people aren't even doing on the platform.
Why?
They removed this
more
journalist.
Control?
Yeah, they removed this journalist Whitney Webb, who's like, she's an independent journalist. She lives in Chile because if she was in America, she would be like sent to jail and persecuted. She's like a real deal journalist. Like uncover shit. She was like one of the first people to break Jeffrey Epstein.
Wow.
And they kicked her off of Patreon because of something that one of her like co-reporters talked about on her own personal website. And so they were like, you can't have that. They said, take it down or you're removed from the platform. And she was like, I'm not taking it down. And so she's off. She's on a different one now, but it's like, that's been happening.
Isn't that
a few of them are.
Isn't that a little scary even
people make a living on, like, that's where they get their income is through Patreon. And so they just have the power to take it away.
Well, I get that part, but
that's scary.
It's very scary, but it's unfortunate that people, again, whatever. It's the control and the unilateral decision be made for what someone thinks is right or not right when it's so subjective just doesn't make sense. I mean, that's the biggest cancel culture right there, taking you off Patreon.
Mm-hmm. For something that you didn't even do on the site.
But people do allow.
I think Michael Malice was also taken off. Dave Rubin is starting his own. He's like a podcaster, kind of like similar.
Smart to do that.
He's starting his own because so many people are leaving Patreon. But then the counter argument is then what if one day like David Rubin doesn't agree with what you say and he wants to just take you off his? So it's like you have to just do your own.
That's what I'm saying. Do your own.
Right, but that's easier said than done to create a whole platform with credit card processing.
I wonder if it is hard to do. Probably easy.
It's probably not difficult, but I don't know if everyone could just do it. It's much easier to just have someone else be the facilitator.
I don't know. You mean hosted? What about people that
No, but you have to build out a whole website. You have to build out the whole social media aspect of it. You have to build the whole credit card processing.
Credit card processing is very easy. You make it sound like it's complicated.
Right, but then also, here's another thing. I think it was specifically with Michael Malice, who's like intellectual. He's an anarchist. I listen to him with a lot of that stuff. He was saying that someone got removed from Patreon. I forget the details of this. They got removed from Patreon, and then they went to another platform. And Stripe, who's like the credit card processing,
the merchant account,
yeah, which Stripe is who we use on our website for the merch, like for the T-shirt sales. It goes through Stripe. They're like a PayPal. Stripe said, no, we're not going to support this person on the next. So it's like you might not even be able to get a credit card processor.
Right, like if you could have different religious beliefs and they're going to cancel you. That's what they could technically what you're saying. It could be anything.
Well, they're not doing it for religious beliefs. They're doing it for political.
No, but I'm saying, right, but political. I mean, it's wow, crazy.
So I mean, like I was saying the other day that cancel culture, you just have to say no, I don't agree. Like you just have to ignore it. But at a certain point, they can certainly keep canceling someone into oblivion. If they take away your ability to make money, even down to the fact that they take your ability to accept credit card payments from other free individuals, it's like, how can you, that's fully getting canceled. How can you survive that? You can't.
Got to pick a different career.
That's scary.
Yeah.
But
It's
so then
like
they silence you into a different career.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I guess like getting fired from your job. It's a little scary.
Yeah. So there are a few, excuse me.
Ronnie Boo.
COVID.
Ronnie Boo.
No, I got tested for COVID as of yesterday. I am negative. So
we see how you feel. It could be a fucking just a cold, dude. It's my
allergies. I know it's my allergies.
People have colds.
But I know you don't want to talk about allergies.
Okay. All right.
But I know it's my allergies.
Okay.
As of this episode being released, the news of the Bronchular will have already been released because we're releasing it Sunday night, which is we're releasing it in an hour.
Okay.
And then this drops Monday night. So I thought we should talk about it.
What episode is this?
This is episode 23.
Nice.
Yeah. We just fist bumped for those. We can do like a little.
We found something new.
It's like a little. It's like ethnic sounding.
Let's see how great our listeners are. Let's do for the next 45 minutes just plucking the things.
Just that.
Those will be loyal fans.
Mom's texting me. She knows we're in a podcast.
What's she saying?
I don't know.
Let's call her.
She's sending me TikToks. She knows we're in a podcast.
She sent me the same thing too. Don't get mad. Can we put her on? Wait, what is she? She just videotaped this? Is that our dog running back and forth? Oh yeah, that's retarded. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny,
She
Bronson.
just texted a video of Banks running pretty much in place, but just back and forth.
That's funny.
The dog doesn't get out enough. He has.
I just took him for a 2 fucking mile walk. I like that. So
let's talk about the Bronchular. I even queued up like a royalty free song that sounds like a Bachelor song, so that we could like talk over
Let's
it.
hear it.
And it's royalty free, so we can use it. This is so would be in the back, and they're like, this season,
this
please
season
meet
on the Bronchelor,
right?
Meet Bronson Bloom, who's 25 years old and in the film industry of production. Bronson,
or you got to be Chris Harrison,
yeah,
or just be your own version of it.
Sounds a little porno-ish.
Does it? They don't play porn or music in porn anymore. That's dating you.
Okay. So we're gonna have this music in the background while we talk.
Yeah.
So talk about the Bronchelor.
As Chris Harrison, why don't you be the
Ladies.
although I don't know if you even know what the Bronchular is going to be detail wise.
Why don't you, being that you unilaterally made a decision? Go
I
ahead
did not. I certainly did not.
That's
We
okay.
had a meeting about it and we talked about it.
Did we talk about it over split pea soup this morning?
No.
Okay.
We talked about it on the couch like 4 nights ago.
Okay.
And you were like, oh my God, you're right. These are all great questions that you're bringing up. And I was like, yeah, I know. I've been thinking about it.
Yes, that's correct.
Right. So we did talk about it.
So let's talk about it.
So the applications are out.
Are they really?
As of this being released, yes, they will be.
But I need to approve them.
I said, what questions do you think we should have? And you go, this, and I wrote them down.
I said that, really?
Yes.
What were some of the questions?
Yes. I'll bring up the. Okay, so basically, for those that don't know, if you're just listening and you didn't see the Instagram post,
You did an Instagram post?
what? Okay, what don't you understand?
Wait, I gotta go on Instagram.
No, this comes out Monday night.
I get it. You didn't do it yet. The
Instagram, it currently is 8:00 in Florida. The Instagram is going to be posted at 9.
Okay.
So it's not out yet. What don't you understand about that?
I understand everything.
It's not. Get off Instagram. It's not on there.
Okay.
We're in a podcast.
All right.
So if you're just learning about this, as you know, by listening to the show, we were fans of The Bachelor. I guess that's fair to say it in past tense. We used to watch it as a family for a decade, and it was an important part in the Bloom household, always. Chris Harrison is the GOAT. We were huge fans. And then we've talked about it a lot on this show because it was on the last couple, five episodes ago. It was
we
on.
liked it, right.
And it gave us good content to talk about because it was very involved with cancel culture and whatnot.
Right.
So we talked about it. Chris Harrison was removed from the show. So we were like, fuck it. Why don't... Actually, one of our fans came up with the idea.
Is that true?
I believe so. One of our fans was like, why don't you guys do your own version
I did not
of
know
Bachelor?
that. I don't remember that.
And then we were like, fuck it, let's do it. We came up with the idea for the Bronchular. As you know, my name is Bronson. And so we're going to do a weekly segment on the podcast.
Because we have plenty of time to work on that, right?
What do you mean?
Jokingly, like one more thing to add.
Well, literally within the podcast.
I get it, but still preparation. But we'll do it.
Yeah, but I'll
Right.
do it. Yeah,
Right.
We'll figure it out. So the applications are out. The link is in our Instagram bio. And so if you are a single
Why don't you say what our Instagram
woman,
bio is?
what our Instagram is, it's daddy_issues podcast. But hopefully everyone who's listening knows that already.
But we might have new listeners.
Right.
So you always got to do that. You can't assume everybody's a veteran.
You're right. But it is in the bio of our Spotify and stuff as well.
But people might not
No,
even
you're
know
totally
that.
right. You're
Right.
totally right.
It's not about ego, just trying to get people.
No.
Right.
I said you're totally right like 5 times. You
Say
are.
it. Two more. Two more.
So if you're a single woman,
Between the age of
I would say
7 and 70,
what would I want? That's horrible.
22 to 27.
I would say 21 to 27.
Okay,
I'm
fair
25.
enough. I would even
For
say
everyone
I would
listening.
say 20 to 27.
No, I want someone who I can go and drink at a bar with.
21 to 27.
I would say if you're in between the ages of 21 to 27, you're a woman and you are single and you would want to go on a virtual date with me, then apply. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose, I think, 15 or 20 of the applications based on like what we think would be compatible for me or
right,
whatnot.
the questions, the answers to the questions. And we ask that you answer the questions honestly, truthfully,
Yeah, of course.
not what you think we'd want to hear.
Yeah, and this is not the end goal is not a proposal, certainly, which
Right.
is what's hilarious about The Bachelor is that they force you into a proposal. But the plan is from the 15 or 20 that are selected, we're gonna bring on, and I'm gonna do like virtual Zoom dates with each one for a couple minutes during the actual episodes of the podcast, and then each week we'll dwindle it down, and then I think the top 2 we're gonna fly out to Florida and we'll have them on the podcast live in the studio. And then hopefully Who knows? Something great could come out of it.
Maybe you'll date both at the same time.
Something great could come out of it. Who knows?
You never know.
But I feel like it'd be a fun way to get to know our fans. It'd be a fun way to do like, I mean, I'm always down to meet more women and talk and go on dates.
But one thing I want to say is that it's very important to understand that people, now you know Bronx, we never hurt anyone's feelings, but if you don't get chosen for the following round, we ask you, please understand is that we're not.
Yeah, that won't be for a while though.
Okay, but still, because
I don't think we're gonna, because we'll collect applications over the next week or two.
I get it, but I want people to understand that this is it's not a personal thing where to feel we would never shame you, make you feel bad.
No.
You need to understand if you didn't get chosen for, let's say, a certain round to go forward to the next round, so forth, that's the nature of this thing we're doing. So right. Please don't get offended because we're not looking to offend anybody and make you feel bad. So just keep that in mind. And if you think you would feel bad because you didn't get chosen and you might be embarrassed and you don't want to, then I ask that you're not doing it.
But there's going to be no embarrassing stuff. It's just going to be quick virtual Zoom dates.
I'm saying, but my point is, if people will say, hey, whatever happened to Karen or something? Well, that's the wrong name.
If your name's Karen, don't apply.
No, but what I'm saying, like if someone said, oh, what happened to Becky? I don't know. I'm just throwing that
Sure,
out.
okay.
Then, we don't want the person to feel bad because...
Of course not.
So, but just understand that people do feel bad.
Of course. So. Women on the first night of The Bachelor, women will cry after leaving on the first night. They've been there for 5 hours.
Right.
But also, it's like 6 a.m. and people had to quit their jobs.
No, but
but we're going to try to make it the better version.
We want you to quit your job.
But we want to make it the better version of The Bachelor because The Bachelor, as on ABC, sucks ass. We all know that as of right now. So we're going to try to make this into a great thing.
Right, and we will not cancel you because of any prior photos you took.
Correct. And Dad, as the host, will not get canceled for defending someone.
I would have gotten canceled a long time ago with the shit I say my stuff.
Can you practice your Chris Harrison? Like, so if I'm choosing between two people, what would you say? Bronson. If it's like the final.
Watch.
Yeah.
Bronson. Ladies.
It's ladies and then. Oh, no, maybe it's not. Okay, sorry, go on. Sorry.
So anyone that applies needs to know that Bronson's very controlling.
I certainly am not, but go on.
Ladies. Bronson, you see the play on that? I looked at you and said ladies. You didn't catch that?
I did, but okay.
Okay. I want to walk in and go. First I'm going to be like, Bronson, how you feeling, Bronson?
Yeah. Is everything okay?
No. Who's doing it? Who's doing it?
Okay, sorry.
You sure? Someone walking away. So Bronson, this is how you doing? How you doing, bud?
I've been better.
Really?
I've been better.
I know this is tough. I understand.
Yeah, it's not an easy journey, but I'm just trying to find my person. That's what they always fucking say.
I think your person's out there. Do you feel your person's out there?
I look around this room.
Can Chris finish, please?
You just said, do you think your person is out there?
Do you think your person's out there?
Chris, I look around this room and I see my future wife.
Well, that's what you're here for, Bronson. And I want you to know we at her Bachelor Nation wish you the best of luck.
Bronchular Nation.
That too, Bronchular Nation. But we'll get it. I think it's good so far. And best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Commercial break, and now we come back in.
I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Let me do my thing.
We're not done. Okay.
No, now there was commercial break. There was just a thing for Trojan condoms, and now we'll be like, ready?
Yeah.
Bronson.
Yes.
Ladies. This is the final rose.
When you're ready. That's the key. I knew. All right. Take two. Go.
Okay. Ready? Bronson. Ladies. When you're ready. Perfect. Killed it.
Nice.
Now that's a little porno-ishy.
No, it's also because I'm connected to the Bluetooth through it, so it doesn't sound that great.
And then let's do it. Now this is the final rose. Do it.
Well, I just say a name.
Do it.
I would just say so-and-so.
Do it. You ever see Starsky and Hutch?
Yes.
You ever see Starsky and Hutch?
Yes, I know the reference. It's a very obscure reference.
Okay.
All they say is a name, and then they say, "Will you accept this rose?"
It's the pause. It's touching the rose. It's playing with the rose.
You want me to do? We're an audio podcast. You want me to do things that I'm not speaking? Okay. You want me to play with the fake rose?
We're on YouTube.
Right, we are. But you want me to play with the fake rose, pick it up and pause.
Okay. You look down at the rose. You look.
But we're gonna
up.
do virtual roses. We'll do virtual because we're gonna do it all on Zoom, so that we can like have you guys actually in the podcast. I think it's gonna be really fun.
Think everybody that we deal with must have a rose wherever we Zoom it with.
They must have a rose so that but then what if we don't choose them?
Then they don't pick it up.
And then they just bought a rose. We made them buy a rose for no reason.
You play with the rose and this and that. Yeah.
You can pick the petals off. He loves me. He loves me not. Jake's.
Bronson.
No,
I know Bronson.
Okay. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be a fun thing to do. And who knows what will come out of it.
What's the word at 2 words they say? When you're ready.
That's 3 words.
When you're ready.
But I think we got to make it our own. Like we're going to base it off The Bachelor.
We will.
But we're going to make it kind of fun and it'll be obviously virtual. And you guys will get, if you apply and get chosen, you'll get to meet Dad as well. So that's huge.
Fucking bonus. Hell yeah.
So yeah,
you'll meet Mommy from Mommy Issues.
You'll meet Mom.
Yeah.
Mom
meet Banks.
Mom will definitely, no, but you won't meet Banks. Banks isn't going to be on the Zooms with us. The people who
hometowns.
No.
Virtual hometowns. Virtual
hometowns.
So I'm gonna be schizophrenic. I'm gonna be Chris Harrison and Bronson's dad.
You mean you're gonna be
2 personalities?
Multiple personality. That's not schizophrenia.
Same difference.
No.
So I'll be like
but Mom is here. Mom's right there.
Mom's physically not there, but yes, but
she's physically like almost right there.
I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. And then I'm gonna switch.
I understand what you mean. You're gonna play Dad and host.
Yeah, that was a tough concept for you.
I thought you said you were going to play Dad and Mom.
No.
Okay, sorry. I misunderstood.
Okay.
We haven't figured out the exact details of how we're going to end the show. But as of right now, it's going to be virtual Zoom dates with everyone on the podcast, which will be fun. So you guys will be like able to participate in the podcast. And hopefully there's a connection with someone.
And maybe I get a daughter-in-law.
There's no plans for that.
No, but you never know.
You never know. Let me ask you, like we're going to get applications, right? And we're going to have to select people for it. What would you if you were the one in charge of selecting, what would you look for?
Well, no, I don't do that because people are going to listen and they're going to answer
that's a good point.
Purposely. I'm not doing that.
So then what would you want me to, like if I were choosing a winner, who would it be? What would it look like?
When we did the Mommy Issues Patreon episode, people can learn from Mom
I'm
and
asking you right now.
I know, but you're going to want to give secrets away?
Just give me a succinct.
What's the question, Bronny?
Like if I were to choose a winner, right? Let's say I was on The Bachelor and there were 35 women in front of me. And then in 10 weeks, I were to whittle it down to 1. Who would you want that one to look like or to be? Not physically look like. No, but what would you want? You know what I mean by that.
I would want the one to be where you said to me, I can't wait to see this person again. Like I really want to see this person again.
That's who you'd want me to marry?
No, not marry. I'm not talking about
But that's for The Bachelor.
Are you asking to marry?
Yeah. Because in The Bachelor, that's what it is. It ends in a proposal.
I don't want to say because it's gonna shut out a lot of people. I don't want to do that.
Okay,
yeah, my
enough.
8 things on the list might not be your things, and why do I want to turn people off?
So then, I guess another question.
Like if I said a brunette instead of a blonde or a blonde instead of a brunette, you immediately.
But I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want you to give me any physical.
I'm making an example of it.
So you said you have 8 things, and I would have 8 things. Would you be okay if my 8 things didn't align with any of your 8 things, but it was like I was so in love and happy with the person?
I'd be completely fucked. I want you to be. You're the one that has to wake up to that person every day, so you need to be the happy one, not me.
Okay.
I don't get. Listen, you want to know the most important thing though for me and Mom?
I do. That's what I'm asking you.
But I'm saying they have to have good family values and want to spend time with us as a family. If someone is, I can't have. If you were marrying an introvert and someone that didn't want to be around your entire family, that would be devastating because that would be a problem. Because you have to find a girl that pulls you away from Mom and me and your brothers, that will not be good. And it won't be good for you either.
I wouldn't want that.
Right.
I wouldn't want that either.
Correct.
I mean, who knows? People always like say they don't want that and then they fall down into it. But I can say I don't want that.
Because I look forward to taking all my boys and their wives and their children on trips. I look forward to having the holidays. I look forward to having your wife being like a daughter to Mom and I, where she wants to hang with us, that enjoys the company, that we really feel like it's a daughter that we would love the same way we love you. And if there's a girl that's shy and quiet and an introvert and intimidated and doesn't make you a better person and wants to covet you and doesn't want to be around your family.
You want someone to integrate into the family, is what you're saying.
But
you know, do you also want me? Because
do not integrate into their family.
Right, that's what I was gonna. I feel like typically women, like when you get married, you get closer to the woman's family than the couple gets to the man's family.
That a lot depends.
I would say that's modern times.
That's
back in the day, it was women would just become part of the man's family. I think nowadays it's much more men become part of the women's family
because the women pull the men away from the family.
Why?
The women, because do you
think that's purposeful?
No, let me say, I do. I think the mothers are fucked up, and the mothers and they have these fucked up relationships with their daughters, and it's about control, and that's what they do. And the men are like, who gives a shit? That's what they do. They go. But my boys are very important to me, and I think we're very close. We're a close in family, and we worked fucking hard to love you guys, support you, and we will do that. But our family is very important to us. Our travel, our experiences. You know that, how important that is. And we enjoy each other's company. Look how close we are. And we are like that with all our boys. And you and your siblings are very close.
I mean, you do have, like, you know that when I get married eventually, I'm going to have to split time.
No.
It can't be all, it can't be all Nell and John.
Our family will become part of our
extended that would be ideal. That would be amazing. If it was just both families together.
Not we'll have them killed.
I've definitely learned throughout my relationships that is something that is important to me. That is having my partner or my, like, whether she's my girlfriend or my wife or whatever, be like a part of my family. But then it's also unfair. Like, then I would expect her to want me to be a part of her family.
I get it, of course.
Because that's unfair otherwise.
Of course. But for example, wouldn't you want, like, your wife or girlfriend you're serious with knowing that, like, if we're hanging out, that she's hanging out with mom and having a good time or feels comfortable or helping out.
I would want her to be part of the family.
Yes.
Of course. Yes. That would be amazing. And then what would be even more amazing is if both sets of our parents were also felt like that. They were like, yes, we are just family. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. And
that usually doesn't happen.
If they know it's good for them, they will do it.
That usually doesn't happen.
If they value their life. No,
I think it's easier for that to happen actually, I don't know. I was going to say, I think it's easier for that to happen when both people in the relationship come from similar cultures and backgrounds, because then the parents can relate easier. Yeah, but that also might make it butt heads.
Right. But so really you need to marry an orphan. No, but
no, but I want to marry a woman who came from a close family, because then she'll have those family values, so that when she helps raise my children or our children together, she'll know how to create a close family. Because she, yeah.
All right, but
not saying orphans can't make good mothers.
but you do know how important it is to us. For example, also your brothers. Okay, a lot of wives fuck up relationships among siblings,
which is a shame.
It happens all
the
time.
You can't control that.
No, you as the fucking man can't control it.
But I can't control what Bryce does with his wife.
Okay, but
if Bryce simps to his wife, I can't.
I'm telling you, all three of you.
Bryce is going to simp for his wife.
I am telling you fucking point blank. You boys, don't let your fucking wives ruin your relationship. The three of you have a great relationship. Do not let them fucking ruin your relationship. Happens all the time.
I hope that doesn't happen. Of course.
Me too. I pray. I won't tolerate. You know my personality.
Right, but you not tolerating it will just then drive both of them away.
You don't know me. I know what to do.
I do know you.
No, but I have my ways.
That's complicated shit.
We'll do.
The Bloom family hasn't entered that stage of life
correct,
yet.
That's right.
We've gotten out of the, like, getting into college stage, but we haven't entered the life partners, and then later on the grandchildren and all that shit.
My fingers are
I don't know if we're ready.
Mom and I get along well with people.
Of course.
So I think we'll be very welcoming and we'll
of course.
Open arms and make them feel comfortable. Every girl you ever dated, I think we were always very good to.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll do the same thing. We'll do the same thing to their parents. And we'll welcome.
I definitely need to find my next girlfriend needs to be someone whose family is also obnoxious, but not in a negative way.
No, you
What's
don't
a better
want-
word than that?
You don't want to.
No. What's a word
You don't
that
want
people
like us. If you get
That's what
another
I'm
alpha,
saying.
no,
you need
don't.
people like us because
that's gonna be a
because
problem.
I've dated every girl that I've dated in the past comes from a family that's the opposite of us. So then when they come into our family, they don't know what to do.
Well, we are a big shock for a lot of families.
Right. So I'm saying I need the woman who I date to come from a family that's also loud.
or be secure with who she is.
Yes, but like a girl who comes from a very quiet and like put together family that doesn't like call each other out on stuff, doesn't do confrontation, would then they wouldn't be able to just integrate into our family.
You'll know in a couple weeks when you date them. I mean, you'll know after a couple weeks when you bring them to our household.
Right, correct.
If they fit
No,
in.
but I'm saying like a girl who comes from a family who just like they say whatever's on their mind, they call each other
you
out.
gotta be careful,
Then she
too.
could come run to the family and she'll call you right out when you call her out, which
She
is
ain't
probably
fucking
what you
cool.
want.
No, I don't know.
Yes, you do.
No respect.
No, I don't mean being like fuck you, John, but like when you say you say stuff that I know you. So when there are certain things that you say, even on this podcast, you'll say to me, and I just brush it off because I'm like, oh, whatever. There are certain people that if you said
be very
things,
offensive.
they would be like, oh my God, John hates me
Correct.
and he's such an asshole.
Correct.
Where I know you aren't. So that's why I'm saying
Thank
I
you.
need a girl who comes from a family where
Thick
it's like
skin.
that.
You want thick skin.
Yeah.
Not where you like a Neanderthal thick skin, but like
Neanderthals don't have thick skin.
where literally thick skin.
Right,
We're
but
talking about
what-
figuratively thick skin.
Right, but how'd you get that into
I just
your
mean
head?
like, you look normal. No, you don't have thick skin. Is what I'm
I
getting
know, but we are part Neanderthal.
at. And here we go.
We
Okay.
are.
Okay.
As white Europeans.
We'll save that for the next podcast.
Yeah. You know what we should do on one of our podcasts? We should have the show fund it, which means you fund it. We should get DNA tests. Like
No, I don't want
23andMe.
anybody on my fucking
You don't want your
DNA.
DNA
Nope.
in there?
Nope.
Well, we can do it privately. Like
No,
we
I'm
can
not
bring
doing
it
it.
to
Do not give your fucking DNA out there to people so they can clone us. What is there?
your DNA.
Oh boy, here we go.
I mean, you're like, I don't want to give my DNA to people. You give your DNA all the time to everyone. Anytime you hug someone, you're giving your DNA
Okay,
away
you know what I'm trying to say with it.
to have someone sequence.
Literally different.
Wouldn't you rather have more clones of you in the world? I feel like you would. I would think the
that'd be
world would
golden.
be a much better place if there were more Bronsons in the world.
Well, that's narcissistic.
It's the truth.
Okay.
It's the truth. I wouldn't want a whole world of Bronsons, but if 1% of the population was then was replaced by people who think exactly like me, the world would be fucking great.
Okay, Bronson. You tell
You
him,
agree
boy.
with you? You don't think that the world would be better with more of you in it?
I know it would be.
Exactly. Oh, narcissistic.
Difference is mine's a fact. No, I'm teasing.
Right.
It would be better if there were more Bronsons like you.
And it would be better if there were more Johns.
Oh, I love you.
Love you
Kumbaya.
too. Love you too.
Love you. Kumbaya. All right, so the Bronx is gonna be the
Bronchular
Bronx
is gonna be really fun. It's gonna be fun. So the application is live right now.
Ladies, when you're ready. Got it. Do I get 70 grand? 70 grand?
75 grand, not an episode, an appearance. Anytime he shows up on
We gotta
camera.
get a lot more patrons. Pay up, patrons. I would need to get 75 grand every time I show up.
Imagine that.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, the application is live on our website, on our Instagram. So go check that out.
Apple Podcast, Spotify.
No. The link won't be live on those
Right.
for the application. So it'll be live on our Instagram at daddy_issues podcast. So if you're interested in partaking in that show
Or taking part.
or taking part or joining the show, fill out your application and then we'll let you know.
Or your membership form.
It's not a membership form.
Or your
'cause they're not joining
questionnaire.
a questionnaire. Yes. Fill out your questionnaire.
Is that NAIRE?
And NAIRE. Nice. Yeah. All right. So that's enough of Bronchular. We're very excited about it.
I was like, can you start over? You said something about Bronchular?
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be fun.
Okay. So let's see. Wow, 40 minutes.
39.20.
I got a few things to talk to you about. Let's see. Okay. Let's do a quick bit of news and then I want to talk about Lil Nas X.
What?
Yeah.
What about Omega?
We can do some Omega too if you want to. So here, I'll throw it to you. Do you want to talk about like political news with like white people and cancel culture? Do you want to talk about
Yes.
Do you want to talk about we can choose two out of these three. Do you want to talk about I'm choosing the middle one. I want to talk about Lil Nas X and his music video.
We have a lot of people that
And then do you want to
talk?
talk and then do you want to do Omegle? So do you want to do Omegle or do you want to do political
Let's
stuff?
do the first two and let's do 5 minutes of Omega.
Okay. All right. So
See, how's that for all 3 compromise? See how fucking good negotiator I am?
compromise. Yeah.
There's no compromise. We got them all done.
But I laid them out. I laid it out for you. That was just teamwork. That's teamwork. Makes the dream work.
Bronchular's canceled.
We're getting no applications. We're going to get one application. It's going to be Mom. She's going to be like, I just wanted to help.
Love you.
Who wouldn't want to date my son? Okay. So let's talk about what's canceled this week.
But we have a name now.
Right. So this is another exciting thing that we're announcing on the show. We have a name.
What is it, Bronson?
Why don't you share it, Dad?
Bronson, will you let me share it?
I will.
So we call, this whole cancel culture stuff. One of our listeners, we had a lot of different ideas to call it, what to call it, and someone came up with, check this out, because I am a lawyer. They came out with Cancel Court, which I think is a great name. I don't know who told it, one of our listeners, but Cancel Court is awesome because that gives me an opportunity to start defending the position.
Right. So it'll be like Cancel Court, and each week we're going to do like who's the defendant, and as a lawyer, you're going to give the side of why should this be
it should not be canceled, and why the fucking society's a joke.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to be a lawyer to realize how stupid people are.
So there wasn't too much this week, but there was one big one and then one kind of small one. But we just wanted to announce that we have this new
Cancel Court
segment, and one of our awesome listeners, his name is Valid Point Music. That's like, he's a musician. That's his band name. He made a jingle.
Check him out.
He made a jingle for the segment. So,
and what is it? Valid Point
Music.
.com?
No, I believe on Instagram. That's
so. Just check it out.
I'll tag him in the bio. But he made us this great Cancel Court theme song. So we'll be playing this. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. It's this one.
That mom in the background?
Yeah. Why isn't this working? Okay, hold on.
Me?
Oh yeah.
Court. Potato Head. What's next, Barbie? Cancel. What does that mean? That's fucking crazy. Oh my God. How much more can I take? I can't handle it. It's the beginning of the end.
All right, so this week in court.
That should be like a fucking national anthem.
I know, how great is that?
That shit's
how
great.
awesome is that?
That's fucking great.
So each week when we do our Cancel Court segment, we'll play that, and then I'll lay out the defendant of the week, and then as the lawyer, as the prosecutor.
When we say victim,
the defendant.
they're not being sued; they're victim.
They're being sued in the court of public appeal.
Okay, public appeal.
Public opinion. I meant.
Okay,
like in the court of public opinion, they're being canceled.
Right.
So this one is the most ridiculous. It's because this one's just so stupid. So this week, you know who's being canceled? Sheet music.
Because it's white?
Sheet music is being canceled.
Why?
Not because it's specifically
white. Is this white supremacy?
Yeah. So
what?
Oxford University is pushing a ban on sheet music and an end to the focus on classical European composers, claiming that the UK institution would be complicit in white supremacy if they did not.
Wait, I'm not following.
Yeah. So they literally said, the faculty came up with a series of radical changes to enhance the diversity of the music curriculum.
Diversity, sure.
Arising from the International Black Lives Matter demonstrations. They seek to address a white hegemony, including the historical use of music notation, which it calls a colonialist representational system. Teaching it will be a slap. This is a quote. Teaching it would be a slap in the face for some students because of its connection to its colonial past. So they're saying literally sheet music was created by European white composers. So like Beethoven, Bach, Chopin.
Okay.
Some of the most brilliant
best
musicians
composers, right,
in the history of
a lot of music has been derived from that, right?
Correct. And
are they going to cancel the Bible?
Well, the Bible's not white. Everyone in the Bible is. No, Jesus was Middle Eastern. He was brown.
No, you know what I'm saying? But why not cancel that?
Well, it's all Arabs.
Let's rewrite history with everything.
But this one really is crazy.
That's really not real. Is it real?
Yeah. This from the New York Post. It says students should be allowed, according to Oxford, students should be allowed to skip musical skills such as learning to play the keyboard because the repertoire structurally centers white European music and causes students of color great distress. The university
Great distress.
wrote in its report.
Wait, it causes great distress?
Yep. And it says this is made worse because the vast bulk of tutors for the techniques are white men. Professors accuse the classical repertoire, which spans works by Mozart and Beethoven, of focusing too heavily on white European music from slave period.
Are you fucking... So what do they want to do? They want to do Lil Wayne?
I mean...
Oh, Snoop Dogg is what they should fucking do.
So it says, while hip-hop and jazz give a non-Eurocentric area of study, the professors questioned whether the structure of our curriculum supports white supremacy. Still, an almost all-white faculty giving privilege to white musicians.
Oh my God. Give me a fucking break.
One proposal is for a focus on African and African diasporic musics, global musics, and popular musics. Pop music could also come into focus with a suggestion of a study the likes of Dua Lipa's record-breaking live stream or artists defending Trump or demanding Trump stop using their songs. So Oxford, the most reputable, high-level academic establishment in the world,
fucking assholes.
wants in their music curriculum, doesn't want to teach Mozart and Beethoven. Instead, they want to teach Dua Lipa and how artists were demanding Trump stop using their songs.
Could you imagine?
That's fucking
How
crazy. Do you defend that?
I don't know if even that's fucking crazy. Bronson.
Beethoven.
No, can we go back to one step? Wait.
When you're teaching about music, it is nothing. It's only about the music. It has nothing to do with.
It's an art.
Even if Beethoven was an evil man, evil and killed,
doesn't take away the music.
Let's say he killed and raped women every day while he was making his music. He objectively is one of the most influential and important
and Mozart, right?
And genius musical minds in the history of the world. Not only the music he created, but what he then inspired and the culture. Correct. So you can't not
you know what?
It's just unbelievable to not even talk about it. Why? That makes no sense.
Who thinks of this, Bronson?
These were professors at Oxford. Professors at Oxford University are pushing a ban on sheet music and an end to the focus on classical European composers. I think it's great. I think it would be awesome if you're taking a music class if you're doing one class or a couple classes on European classical works, and then you do another class or two on African classical works. Okay. Another class on Asian classical works. But to just get rid of European classical works because they were white, it makes no sense.
Is there really African classical works?
Not that I know of, but if you're studying music, then you should study music from all over the world. If you're doing general music.
But music, I think the foundation comes from that shit. A lot stems from that.
Modern day music, yes. But also a lot of hip hop and rap stems from African influences mixed with classical European.
This is the same.
Pop music mostly is African
the same
influence.
Shit of taking down fucking statues, rewriting history, changing the fucking world about what's politically correct and not. That's a fucking joke. Just like Dr. Seuss. Get a fucking life, Mr. Potato Head. Give me a fucking break. Seriously. That's a fucking trigger. Now I'm aggravated. Fuck those motherfuckers.
Wait, here's another one. And
I think those motherfuckers.
So here's another one. This one's not really in cancel court, but Band-Aid is launching. A lot of people wanted us to talk about this, which I don't really see any problem with this at all, but so it'll be interesting to hear what you say. Band-Aid is releasing a new line of Band-Aids because there's been a lot of public opinion from people saying that Band-Aids are racist because it's one skin color.
Okay, that's not true. Let me talk about them one. First of all, they make clear Band-Aids.
They do make clear Band-Aids.
Okay, and
but even clear Band-Aids have a little tan in them in the middle. Okay, or white.
Okay.
Tan or white.
There's 85% or what's the this is for the whole minority. I think they need to make Band-Aids with Jewish stars on them.
Wait, here's the problem with the left. There's a big difference between saying, yeah, there should be Band-Aids in different skin tones so that people can have one that blends into their skin tone, and saying Band-Aids are racist, right? There's a difference there. I agree with the first statement. So Band-Aid is doing a line of Band-Aids in multiple skin tones. They're going to have 4 shades. So they're going to have classic tan ones that we all know. Then they're going to have a dark tan, a brown, and a black one.
Let's see how they sell.
Why is that? I feel like that's a good thing.
Okay.
Because the whole idea of a tan Band-Aid is to blend in.
Okay, I agree. In normal circumstances, if they wanted to do it, great idea. Like, why didn't someone think of it sooner? But the reason they're doing it and what's causing it to be done and on it is a fucking joke.
Correct. That's why I said I agree with the first statement of, I think it's a great thing to have Band-Aids that match everyone.
That's like with the COVID.
But to say then that the fact that Band-Aid doesn't have ones that match everyone means that Band-Aid as a company is racist.
It's
That's
like this.
so stupid.
The COVID shot, you want to get it? Great. Don't fucking tell me I got to take it. There's a difference. This is a problem. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Then we're fucked.
There was one line in here that was hilarious to me.
What's that? Previously released multi-tone bandages unsuccessful?
Yeah, so Band-Aid did release a line of multi-tone bandages in 2015 or 2005 called the Perfect Blend, but discontinued it due to a lack of interest from the
There you go.
consumers.
Right, so let's see what happens now.
They also said as a company, we have had clear Band-Aid strip adhesive bandages since the 1950s, which are designed to be used by people with a variety of skin tones.
Correct. But I put a regular
Wait,
Band-Aid.
this is what I thought was hilarious. This is the problem with modern day American consumer society, is that every company needs to be politically active. Band-Aid as a company said, we recognize our responsibility to make the wound care category more inclusive and to offer our Band-Aids in a variety of shares. Why does a company
Band-Aid.
why does the wound care industry need to be more inclusive?
So
it just,
I have a question.
I don't understand.
Wait. Are casts, when you break your arm now, going to have to be that?
Well, Cass, you could always choose what color you wanted it.
No, but okay.
You could choose blue, pink.
These knee braces are all black. I don't see one tone color knee brace.
No, well, yeah, they totally
When
are.
you win
They were in black or tan. They usually come in. You're talking about when you go to CVS and you get like a brace for your wrist or something, right?
No, I'm talking about when you have a cam walker.
Right, but those are black. They're not
right.
The color of this mic is black. The color of Michael Jordan isn't black. You know what I mean?
My point is, get over it. It's a fucking
I wonder
Band-Aid.
why Michael Jordan was the first.
It's a Band-Aid.
I should have said Muhammad Ali being a black
it's
guy
a Band-Aid.
right there.
So it is a Band-Aid. The fucking issue shouldn't even be an issue.
I get why. I think that they should have done that from the start. Made
Okay.
Band-Aids in every shade. What? The whole point of a tan Band-Aid is to blend into our skin. Otherwise, they would have just made it white, like a gauze. Just literally white, not us, not tan. But they made it tan for a specific reason. To blend in with us only. So the fact that they only made ones to blend in with us, I get.
Boo-hoo.
No, but I get being. If I was on the other side of it, I would be like, why the fuck aren't there Band-Aids that match us? I wouldn't then say, oh, Band-Aid's racist, but I would be happy with this. I am happy with it.
I don't see a downside to it, even though it's not going to sell. You'll see. It's not going to sell. My point is, it's being the reason why they're doing it. That's the problem.
I agree with you. I agree. Okay, so should we talk about Lil Nas X?
I don't know anything about it.
So Lil Nas X is a rapper. Not even. He's a pop singer. He doesn't really rap.
Stupid fucking name.
You know the song Old Town Road, right? That came out 4 or 5 years ago.
Is that the black gay guy, the good dancer?
Yes, the black gay guy, the good dancer.
Great song.
Okay, so you know him.
That's Lil Nas X, and he's a good dancer.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Okay, yeah, he did it with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Correct.
Yeah, I like it.
So that's
there's
Lil
an
Nas
issue
X.
now with that too.
Oh, there's a big issue.
Oh, give me a fucking break.
Big issue with Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah, Lil L-I-L.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah, I mean, I also think his whole thing is parodying stuff, and he pokes fun and trolls a lot of stuff on the internet. Okay. So I think his term of Lil Nas X was a kind of a joke to be it's ridiculous. All these rappers make up stupid names. So he made a random Lil Nas X. He's he doesn't even know what it means. Okay. So anyways, he released a new song this week called Monstero, and it has everyone up in arms.
Why?
We'll watch a little bit of it. I'm not going to play the sound because we'll get demonetized. But I'm going to play you the video, and everyone at home, you know what the song sounds like already. So I'm just going to play the last part of it. Maybe it's not called Monstero. Or Montero, maybe. Let me see. Montero? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so he's a gay guy.
Fine, who cares?
I'm going to play you this song. going to skip to the middle to where it starts. So the first part is him like in the Garden of Eden.
heaven. Okay.
The first part's of him in the Garden of Eden, but I'm going to skip to the middle. So he's being kicked out of the Garden of Eden.
Why?
Because he's gay.
Everything's a message.
Whoa, right. So let's keep going. So now he's descending a stripper pole into hell. Okay.
Look at his fucking tats. Okay.
Just keep watching. So now he's in hell. He was
You gotta
kicked
turn
out
the
of
music
heaven.
off, right?
Well, they can't hear it because we're talking over it.
Okay, go ahead.
So just keep watching. There's Satan.
Okay.
Okay, and he's twerking on Satan.
Well, he's doing more than twerking.
Yeah,
it's like
he's
he's being fucked in the ass.
Right. He's giving Satan a full lap dance.
This is normal? This is what makes money?
Yeah, well, this is pop culture right now.
This is what's called?
This is pop culture. This is what's
Look at
important
this.
and influential in our society.
This is what makes money, and this is what. So I have a question.
And then he killed Satan and became him. But so Christian
this is
America
what
was an outrage.
Oxford should study this.
Right. Well, so Christian America was an outrage over this.
Disgusting, and I'm not Christian. It's disgusting.
So then what he also did was he launched a shoe that also dropped the same time this dropped, and it has a pentagram on it, and it has like a Bible verse from, let me see, Lil Nas X.
So what makes money? That and WAP.
So, wow, Nike. So he released a Nike shoe, but he just bought Nike shoes and then like put stuff in them. Nike just put a restraining order on him and said he can't do the shoe. So anyways, he released this shoe that has a pentagram on it and it contains human blood in the shoe. The creators of the shoes took all their own blood and put a drop of it in each of the shoes they sold.
That's normal.
So people were outraged over this.
People want to buy it too.
Well, people wanted to buy it, but people were outraged over this, saying how dare he, like as a person in pop culture.
Kids supposed to look up to him. It's fucked up.
Right. And like people are like, now they're just like the Satanists are just shoving it in our face and all this stuff. I don't know how I feel about it, because on the one hand, I think it is artistic. I think it's kind of a slap in the face. He's like, I'm a gay guy. My whole life, everyone in the Christian community said, oh, you're gay, you're going to go to hell. And then so he's like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to go to hell and I'm going to enjoy the shit out of it. I'm going to give Satan a lap dance.
Okay.
He's like saying fuck you to the people.
I hear you.
But then again, I also am like, selling shoes with a pentagram and human blood in them maybe is a little too far.
Pentagram is just a symbol. It doesn't have any meaning. People
it does.
believe in shit.
Well,
No.
it has, but it's the same meaning. It holds the
As a
same meaning.
swastika could be or whatever.
No, or like someone who has a cross. It's basically saying, if you believe that the cross as a symbol has meaning, then a pentagram is very sacrilegious to the cross. It's saying,
Understood.
I want to destroy that. It's saying Satan.
That's terrible.
Because it's a sign of Satan, and Satan is going to destroy Jesus Christ, and that's like the battle of good and evil.
The good old values are all gone.
Yeah, so like part of me thinks that it's okay, and like it's honestly even cool of him to be so counterculture.
Like, screw you, I get that.
Right, but then it's also like, okay, dude, if you know that most of your fan base are children, because they are. Old Town Road was made famous by kids on TikTok. So it's like most of his fans are young, impressionable people, and then you're showing them a lot, like you giving Satan, literally giving Satan a lap dance. It's just like, how much further do we go?
It's almost like he was being, in the ass with Satan.
Yeah, that was probably, yeah.
And then he murders Satan and becomes Satan.
Yeah.
Great message. It's
just like,
why is it who does the WAP? What's her name?
Cardi B.
Okay, that's not the most disgusting video
right,
in the world.
So it's just, I don't.
And she should get awards.
And she does.
Yeah, and that's what she'd be teaching in Oxford about music. I mean, there's a talent. Are you fucking kidding me? It's marketing.
Yeah. But I was thinking about it when I was first watching that video. I just was like thinking, okay, in the 50s, Elvis Presley was considered like rock music, and Elvis Presley was considered devil
against
music.
the grain. Yes,
and it was like if you were a 12-year-old girl in the 50s, your parents knew you were listening to Elvis Presley, they would have broken the record. They would have been like, "How dare you? This is going to rot your brain. This is the work of Satan." Now we look back at Elvis Presley and we're like, "That's the most tame."
Well, if we look back at that, that's really scary.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we look back at Elvis Presley now and we're like, "That's the most tame, mainstream, commercialized, easy music that everyone can enjoy. But back then they viewed it that way. So the envelope keeps getting pushed and the line keeps getting pushed further and further. It's like, how much further can it go than a guy giving Satan a lap dance and then killing him and then selling blood shoes? Not that I'm against it, but it's just like, where do we go from there? Where do we go from there?
When you have Nicki Minaj and you have
Cardi B,
sorry. Right, Nicki Minaj is a good one.
No, she's not really.
She's better than listen, but hear me out.
The Nicki Minaj, the Anaconda music video, Nicki Minaj is, I think, like perfectly encapsulates like modern culture for women in that it shows, which we can watch it. And like scholars have even talked about this. No, but at the end of the music, so the whole music video is about her showing her butt and she's like twerking and showing off her body. And then the end of the music video is Drake, the rapper, sitting in a chair and she's giving him a full lap dance. And then he goes to touch her and she slaps him and then walks away. And then he's like defeated. I feel like that perfectly encapsulates modern feminism, that they're like, they want to be objectified and they flaunt their sexuality and sell their sexuality. But then as a man, if you acknowledge their sexuality, then you're evil and how dare you and you're going to get slapped. Right. It's such a baffling, but that's Nicki Minaj. But you were saying something about Cardi B.
My point is these things that people are watching and what's selling is such a bad example for our youth, the values of our society, and I think sends the wrong message. I just think it sends the wrong message. There's nothing.
But also, you don't believe in Satan. Like Satan to you is.
I don't, but I'm an adult.
But like we watch Game of Thrones, and it's like, should we not show dragons to people? It's made up to you. But kids look up to when you see these girls in these videos or what's going on in these videos. Right. I'm more so playing devil's advocate.
And it grabs it.
Devil's advocate.
And it plays and you get attention out of it and you become a pop star on social media and music and everything. Kids want to aspire to that because they want the attention, they want the fame. So they go about it the wrong way. It's the same thing when I'm going to make an analogy where these kids see their. If you come from a bad home in the inner city, I'm just making a general statement here, and you see, like, how they say kids are sponges and they absorb everything from the parents or their older children. So if you see
or their friends,
right? So if the father's doing something illegal and making a lot of money, the kid everyone says, "Oh, it's an easy way to make money." We do the same thing. You got to teach them the good values, and so they emulate the good things, not these bad values. This guy, whatever his name is. Whatever he wants, he does it. It's smart marketing. It's
very smart marketing.
It's controversy. It's still publicity. I get it, but at what cost? The values are gone. It's enough already. And everyone, like you said, everyone keeps pushing up. Bronson, when we grew up, CBS, NBC, and ABC, the regular programs, not cable. We didn't have it back then, right? You couldn't say their TV shows that are on prime time. There was no bad words at all. Now the only difference is prime time today would have been like cable when I grew up. It's amazing what goes on in like 2.5 Men.
But I think that's like part of that I think is good. I think having a society that like back in the 50s and the 60s and stuff,
leave it to people.
In mainstream like pop culture, sex was very taboo. Very, very taboo. And like even in the 50s TV show, they wouldn't even show the husband and wife sleeping in the same bed.
No, I get it.
I think like part of it is, I like that you can turn on the TV and you can see things that are more real, like what people really talk about.
Let me just say 2.5 Men.
But like they can go too far. This is, I think, might be too far.
So you take someone like Charlie Harper, right?
2.5 Men is such an old reference.
I don't like it. Okay, he's a womanizer, different women every day, continually drinks. You know what I'm saying? Talks about drugs, all at 9 o'clock on prime time. So my point is, these are sending wrong messages. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about, I don't think people should have, sexuality should not be taboo. I think that Americans are hung up on that, the taboos of sexuality.
Yeah, agreed.
That's a whole
Not anymore. Now it's too untaboo. I think there should be certain things that are taboo.
Right, but it's a different message being sent. That's all I'm saying.
It is a little worrisome that it's like, what's it gonna be like in 50 years? What's gonna be the line, or what's gonna be?
I think it's scary.
Like if we look back on Elvis, which they viewed Elvis as whoa, and we look back on it as the most vanilla thing. What's going to make us look back on this music video as the vanilla thing?
You wonder
that's
how
a little worrisome.
It's scary. It's a lot worse, not a little bit.
Right. Like that's what. So on the one hand, I think it was very smart of him to do this because he's all in the news. He's young. He's like, fuck it. The Christian community hates Satan. They hate me as a gay guy. I'm going to show them that I love Satan. I think that's funny.
He doesn't owe anything to the Christian
community. Right, and I think it's funny of him. But then it's also like, if you're in the public eye,
you're held to
you just dude, think about what you're doing for culture.
When you are in the public eye, you're held to a higher standard.
Yeah.
And then when you look at who's buying you, who makes the fans, who make
right.
you who you are,
which are children.
Okay, right. Children, you have an obligation. They're impressionable. They look up to you. So if he was, for example, a drug addict criminal, I don't care about sexuality. That's not the issue. But my point is, if he was a drug addict or beat, Michael Vick, right, when he's doing the dog stuff, he's held to higher standards in the public eye. You expect him not to go ahead and do the dog, the fighting the dog rings. But it's just there's no shame anymore. There's no humility. There's right. no thinking about your actions. People do what they want to do. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
It's a little worrisome.
It's a lot worrisome. All
yeah.
Right,
I don't know if we have time for it, Michael.
We have 5 minutes. Yes.
You want to just do 5? I don't want to waste it. I want to do a whole thing for it.
How do you do a whole thing for it?
No, I don't want to just do 5 minutes of waste of it. I'd rather do 15 or 20 minutes next week.
That much of a mega?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, if you catch somebody you talk to.
Yeah.
Got you, bro.
I don't want to just go 5 minutes of penises now for no reason. I want to devote time to it.
You got it. You're right.
Because our fans deserve that. And we're already at an hour 7.
Okay.
And we're going live in 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
In 45 minutes, that means we need to finish Justice League.
Okay.
And we can't go more than an hour. I gotta get some movement done.
You were the one that was out for 4 hours with your friends. You were. I was at home, just waiting.
Big deal.
No, I know. I'm just saying if you have all this work to do, you maybe should learn how to budget your time a little better.
I budget my time great.
Okay. All right, guys.
Love you, Bron.
Love you too.
Okay, buddy.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
If you want to partake in the Bronchelor,
and Bron,
join fill out the application.
Yeah, and we need them to join Patreon. They're missing some great episodes, guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the last episode with Bryce and Burke on was a really good episode.
You need to, you guys, we're talking about $5 a month. Stop being cheap fucks. You guys believe in capitalism. Join the Patreon. So Bronny can stay home and not have to.
True. Honestly, if you all, we have thousands and thousands of listeners on each episode. If you all join the Patreon, this would become my full-time job. So think about, imagine how good this show would be if it was full-time.
If Bronson could devote.
And I would move to Florida. Don't you guys want to see me move to Florida full-time?
I do.
Maybe they don't.
I do.
Wait, don't you guys want to see me move to Florida full-time? Yeah, see, they do. They do.
Those are our Patreon members.
And you know what it's going to feel like if I have to go back to LA? What's this? This one just says scary. What's this? Ah! That's what it's going to be if I have to go back to LA, everyone. All right. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Love you. Guys, thank you.
I love you guys.
We'll see. We do love you guys. All right.
Bye.
You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me.
The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.